What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. And if you can't see the person right there, oh shoot, right there. We got a special guest, last minute guest. So like this is what I'm talking about when I tell you guys I've gotten to know Darkest Night quite well, and literally he like texted me this morning, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to like talk and like get catch up?" He told me he has the answers to life and the universe, and how to solve the ECR problem among that. So we started talking, and then all of a sudden I'm like, "Oh wait, shoot, I got to go live," and he's like, you know what? I got some time. Let me jump in. So that was literally what just happened. But oh my goodness, before we could even hop in, first of all, Darkest Night, how are you doing? And then I'm gonna hop into the comments here.
Yeah, doing good.
Doing good?
Doing great.
I just got to give a shout out and thank you to Jackie, who's already shown her support for the channel. Jackie, we missed you. I got to meet Stock Jockey, talk to him in person, shake his hand. Really cool individual. Yeah. So sad I didn't get to meet you at Splinterfest, but hopefully there will be something, another event in the future that'll be in person. But thank you so much for supporting the channel, Jackie.
Yep.
We got Jeremy in the house. We got Tim Hendricks in the house. What is going on? Good day, Darkest Night. Oh, see, he's saying he loved your podcast with the People's Guild.
Really? I still haven't listened to it yet.
You should listen to it. You know what I told the guys there? I was just like, that's the longest that I've heard Darkest Night talk without me talking to him, because usually you and I are having conversation. So it was a lot of fun for me because I didn't have to like be on in the conversation. I could just like listen to you. Not that I'm not listening to you now.
Yeah.
But it was fun, man. And I really love the stories that you were able to relate to them, because they're fantastic interviewers.
They are.
And I told this to them before we recorded, even after we record. I'm just like, they're really, the way that they tag team it is really good. Like they ask interesting questions, which I, as somebody who does this, I really appreciate and admire.
Yeah, so Ben and I, we go back and forth much more regularly in Discord, and we challenge each other. We play games. I think one night we must have played about 10, 15 games, just going back and forth, just shooting the shit and just having fun, right? And it's funny because they're 12 hours time difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me it'll be night, for him it'll be morning. And it's just weird, like, hey man, I'm having a beer, and it's like I'm having a coffee. But just cool guys. I mean, they're just super cool guys.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about potential Splinterfest locations internationally in the future, and yeah, I mean, if they do anything like somewhere in the East, right? So Southeast Asia or East Asia, like I think it'd be awesome. Actually, they were talking about they're gonna the episode's going to come out soon, so hopefully it's not going to happen. But they said that they're going to be talking to Cryptomancer soon, and I was like, oh, I can't wait for that one. And I told them, like, if you can get like in good with Cryptomancer, there's a chance you could probably push for something in Tokyo, right? Like, maybe think about all the Japanese players who like flew across the world.
So catch this. I don't know if you heard it. Literally, that's what happened in the town hall. So Cryptomancer, he came on. He said, hey, we can do Splinterfest in Tokyo. And Agro said, nope, if we do anything in Asia, it's going to be in the Philippines. He was very specific about that.
Yeah, I know.
Tokyo's expensive, man. It's super, super expensive.
Is it? Okay. I've actually never been. I had a cousin who was living there, and a bunch of family went to visit her right before she moved out, and I missed out on that opportunity to go while I had family there. But I do want to go check it out at some point. So Cryptomancer.
Let them battle it out, right? But I'm all for Manila. That's where I think it should go there. And that's what Agrid said, right?
Yeah.
He said second highest density of Splinterlands players and people that buy assets from the Philippines, right? I mean, that's the people, man.
Well, we were at Splinterfest, and I don't know who I was showing. Maybe it might have been Aggie. I think it was Aggie when we were talking that morning, and I was like, this is not like the perfect thing, because I'm sure people will resonate with different content creators, but like here's my analytics, right? And it's like US number 1 and Philippines like a very strong number 2. So it makes sense. So Jackie's saying you guys are great. We love you too, Jackie.
Same.
Hope you are doing well, and hope things in NYC are great. So Yugi's in the house. Oh, we got some royalty here. So Yugi's in the house. We got Virus. We got D-Tough stuff. I meant to clip out the conversations that I had with Virus and D-Tough and just post them as videos so people don't need to dig through that. But I'll probably still do that at some point. DTF, I heard you're going to be somewhere live soon talking about winning the big prize, right? Are you going to be on like somebody's show? Like I just saw your name thrown around. Yeah. But congrats again. I hope you're doing well. Look at so all these. Oh man, Darkest Night. Would you come to the Midwest? Would you fly to Chicago for an event?
Yeah.
Because I mean, DTF is in like. Well, I won't say where they're at specifically, just out of respect for
the
that.
answer is yes.
But but yes, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the Chicago area. So.
Wherever it is. Hey, come to Alaska. Yep, I'm coming.
All right, let's see here. So Yuki's saying, I can't make an international trip for Splinterfest. It just gets too expensive. Well, here's the thing, right? Like it will be very expensive coming from actually wherever you're coming from. But part of it will have to be, you got to make a trip out of it, right? Like if you just go for Splinterfest, I can understand that. But if you try to make it like a vacation or sabbatical that you've been putting off for a couple of years, you start saving up for it. So
how about a Splinterfest cruise? Yeah, you can get a ship for cheap.
Okay, well, I don't even know how to like understand that.
It's relative. Okay, so it's all relative. You can do a deal with like Carnival and say, hey, we want to do a gaming tournament on your ship. They'll go, okay, $50, but you're gonna pay for your own drinks.
I mean, I like cruises. I know people are not really fans of them, but I find them to be actually relatively well-priced vacations, considering that all your amenities are included. But you're also like living on a small tin can with a bunch of other people for a bit. So
a floating petri dish. Yes.
A floating petri dish. That's exactly what it is. Yep. But we're past the pandemic now, so and things are still going, right? These cruises are still rolling. So
there are many animals in the wild that stick their head in holes and say, hey, it can't see me. So anyway, I'm gonna steer away from that.
Yeah. Let's get back into the conversation. So Ashley's saying that part of the town hall made me so sad. Oh, the Philippines over Japan. Yeah.
I mean, you can do both. I mean, if we're there anyway, right? You can do both.
I don't know.
Asia tour, man. Asia tour. Yeah,
why not? Okay. Color me pessimistic on this, but I just don't think the team is ready to do like an international thing. And maybe that's because I saw a lot of like behind the scenes for Splinterfest now, and I'm not saying that the team is incapable. I'm saying that it's a lot of work and a lot of people on the ground. And so unless they had some kind of like help there, I don't know that they're in a position to really focus on that. I hope that they can, right? Just for people on the other side of the world, I hope that they can. But maybe this is like a 6 months away type of project where, it'll be like the kind of offset 6 months between Splinterfest.
Here's the thing, right? That's with the team having all the logistics to get over there. But the reality is you just delegate that to someone that you trust. You give them the rewards, you give them the ability to set up the tournaments, and let people there sell tickets and rent the place. And it'll be to the level of the company's infrastructure, right? So it's not going to be like Vegas, right? But I don't think the expectation in certain countries would feel that it's like Vegas, right? So again, Aggie said this to us, right? It's difficult to give someone control over your baby. And I just think you would have to just find that group of people that would treat it as if it were their own. Yeah,
and I don't know. I feel like that gets tough internationally. Now, and this is not to like point at any specific community, but it's like, they did a lot of they did a good job like hiring internally within the team to plan this out. And I know that team worked really, really hard. So, it's like planning this overseas, different time zones, different area, different rules, right? Like every country's got its own like laws and whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, I'd love it if they do it. It's just, I feel like I am feeling cautiously optimistic about it in the way that I am about land, where I'm like, I don't know if it's going to happen next year, but maybe 2024.
I had to bring up land.
Right? Like,
we're going to have everything else but land.
Well, I'm just saying, I think it's something that will definitely happen, right? But maybe you'll need to wait until the next bull run or the starting of a bull run.
I was thinking that. I mean, it's good that we're having the conversation right? So I mean, just the fact that we're even having this conversation is important, and I think it's a good evolution in terms of where we can take it from here. We're in a bear market right now, and we're
What's crazy?
still
They're
talking
not even
about.
admitting that we're in a recession yet. Like all these like financial analyst reports, I'm just like, wait, hold on. You're thinking that we're going to get into a recession in 2023? Like what's been happening the past 9 months of the year?
Yep. Yeah. So it's, we have some interesting times ahead, but we're still talking about it, right? Which is, it's crazy.
You called me a couple days ago and you're like, the little birdies are telling me that we're in for another bull run. And I was like, Darkest Night, I want to believe you so bad, but
that's the word on the street.
It's the word on the street. All right. So Jeremy's saying I've been to Tokyo and it was amazing. I'd love another excuse to go back. I'd love an excuse to go. MOA Arena in the Philippines. I have not even heard of this. So I'm gonna check. I'm not. HyperX was the first time I realized that there are like esports arenas. Not that I didn't know they existed. It's just I wasn't following gaming that much. Like obviously I'd see like all this like esports stuff and there'd be like huge platforms, but HyperX was incredible. And you know what I was telling the guys last night on the People's Podcast was there was an epic feel to it because of just the aesthetics, how it looked, but it was also incredibly intimate because the fact that like you and I were able to go up and talk to Cryptomancer. I still love the story of Matt coming up to you after you didn't get your question. You weren't able to ask your question. Like little things like that. It's just like, oh, it had this epic feel while also feeling very intimate, and you could just approach any and everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, the thing that I had a question about, right, was there were the right amount of people there. What if they had sold out all the tickets and everyone had showed up? That would have been a packed venue.
Yeah.
So I think we need to work on that, right? Figure that piece out. Because I don't think that would have been the thing that would have tipped everything over the edge. Because it wouldn't have been enough computers, right, for people to put their teams in and all that stuff. I think that the amount of people we had would be perfect. Right?
I mean, and not to bring up like old wounds, but how many people didn't get into the tournaments, right? Because of like miscommunication or something like so. Like those computers were tied up for a while. People were going back up to their bedrooms. And using their own personal computers. So it's.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say there's a lot for them to learn from.
Let me ask you a question, right? What if you decouple the tournament from actual Splinterfest and you actually had everything was remote like we would normally have a tournament, right? Because that administration of the tournament, it took a lot away from I know it's important, but it took a lot away from, interacting with the team and, other things we could have been doing during that time.
It also, to me, kind of bothered me in the sense, again, I was part of the program, so I didn't experience it, but it's like if I was an attendee, right? If it's like I wanted to listen to the panel for GLS or for tower defense, but there's an open computer now, and like my mind won't be able to do both at the same time, right? It's just like I would want there to be like a designated time that people do that, and so I don't know. This is all just speculation in my conversations with Weirdbeard, where maybe at some point in the future, he's talking about doing like these regional tournaments, whether it's like regional in the US or North America or regional around the world. And you do get, your rankings and leaderboards and the top 16, 32, 64 from around the world come in. And then only those people are participating in the tournament. So for everybody else, it's not a competition for you. You're coming in to like witness, experience what they're doing from a conference standpoint, but then you get to watch like the best of the best play, right? And I don't know if that would have the same appeal, because how many people came in with dreams of going home with 15 plots of land, right? And only DTUF did. So it's like, it's like, I don't know if that would have the same appeal. It's like if there wasn't a tournament, would people still have gone? And I know you and I would have gone just because we want to like hang out, but I don't know if that would have been the same for folks around the world, right?
I would say, we've all played in tournaments before. The chance of getting the number one slot, I think by now we know that is not a common occurrence.
I believed in you, man. I believed
Well,
in
I
you.
believed in myself too, but when I got knocked out, I wasn't surprised at all, right?
I want, when they
So,
told me I was going to be doing commentary, I was like, I wanted to be the most biased commentator in the world. I want to be like, all right, up next we have Darkest Night, and this person, Darkest Night's going to crush him.
yeah. No, I don't crush anybody on a regular basis. Hey, so I have a question for you, right? So I saw you and Luthien in the booth, and you guys really look like, sports commentators. Like, how did that feel? Like, how did it feel to do that?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I had fun. For me, I was like, oh, like I get to like come here and talk about the game. So the only thing was like, I just, and this is, constructive criticism for the next time. But again, everything was a learning experience. I can't even like it. There were a lot of bumps. There were a lot of hiccups. I think several times, like I didn't know who was on the top and bottom because they kept flipping around. And then like you get that like thing in your ear where it's like, oh yeah, actually this person is on the top and this person's on the bottom. And like for me, I'm just like, all right, well, like I can't embarrass myself anymore unless I stop talking and completely freeze. So it's just like, oops, yep, like that's exactly what happened, right? I misread it or I didn't see it, whatever the case is. So it's just I had fun with it, but I'm also used to being like on stage in front of a bunch of people and then my equipment like malfunctions or I sing out of tune or something. So it's like I've been there before. So I had fun. It was a new experience, and I told them, I'm like, if they want me to do it again, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you guys did great, right? And so just a new experience, right? So super, super cool. Yeah, it was just a lot of comments.
It was just fun. Yeah, so we'll hop into it. I mean, it was just fun for me. Like I don't know if I don't think I've said this anywhere, but like I kept talking, or I was fanboying around Dwayne and Bulldog.
Because I said that to you, dude.
Yeah.
I said, you guys, all of your fellows are there, and I know I said you've had a Gank crush, right? Like not a Gank crush, but like you're a Gank fanboy, which I know you are. You can't hide it.
I mean, I appreciate his voice in the community. I don't always agree with him, but I appreciate his voice in the community.
So I mean, again, we're always joking about that, but to meet those guys face to face, for me, that was crazy, right? Like I find myself not wanting to miss any of their content now.
Yeah.
Right? So again, because I'm always up late, watching yours, watching Ashley's, just watching everybody's, right? Now I have other stuff that just really cuts into my sleep time.
You got to stop making friends.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yes, absolutely the worst thing ever.
Yeah. All right, let's catch up. Oh, my final thought was about that. It was just nice to like meet them because I literally recalled this story to them, right? To both of them, to thank them, because I was like, a year plus ago, I was looking around for games and I was speculating on a bunch of tokens.
Yep.
And whenever I was doing my research, because I was trying to make sure that I was doing my own research, I would look up like YouTube videos, and a lot of these games didn't have like content creators in the same way that Bulldog and Dwayne were doing videos at that time.
Yeah.
And so I told them, I'm like, if you guys hadn't been putting out content, I would have bought SPS at the low. And I would have flipped it, and I would have, never thought anything else. So it's like the fact that they were putting out videos, to me now being here doing music for them, doing for Splinterlands, and like, I was just like, you guys changed my life in many ways, right? Like, because if they hadn't been doing that, I would have just flipped the tokens and taken my profits and bought some ice cream, and that would have been the end of it.
Which was always the joke, right?
Which was the joke, yeah. So big shout out to them, and thanks for being the OGs. All right, so let's jump in. So Splinterfest cruise sounds fun. All right, at least there's three of us. That's three. We can get a boat. I was just thinking, I'm like, Wi-Fi on the boat's gonna suck, but maybe they can just hardwire everything in, right? If everybody's there.
Satellites. They do satellites.
Yeah. Or they can use satellites. They wouldn't be able to. I mean, I don't know how the stream quality would be.
It would be good.
That'd be good. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been a while since I've been on.
Oh yeah.
The first time I went on a cruise was 2011, and I remember they were charging like $30 a day for Wi-Fi, and I was like, "Get the hell out of here!"
So I never said it would be cheap. I just said it would be good.
Savari's saying, I thought they said something around having a main Splinterfest, probably Vegas again, and then small international events. Yes, I do believe that is going to be the case. So I don't think whatever event they have in the Philippines or Tokyo would be Splinterfest, but it would be something. Something smaller, I should say. Chatter said something about wanting to do one on the East Coast
Yes.
too. How many are they planning to do?
Philly
Well,
is
yeah, I think the team is in or around Philly, so I think that they want to do more regional stuff, and have it be smaller in scale, easier to plan, and something that you can do more frequently. So
So I have an opinion about that. I mean,
let's hear it.
I would love to see the equivalent of Friday Night Magic. Right?
Mm,
Now we kind of have it now, right? Where there are a number of tournaments that we're actually playing in, but it's the human interaction I think that's missing for that. But like going to local licensed shops for Splinterlands and
mhm.
participating there, I think would be a really good thing. And I'll tell you a funny story. So I think I told you part
Yeah.
of it just earlier, right? I actually met a person in the wild, unsolicited.
Oh, let's go into this story real quick.
Yeah, so I went to the dentist on Monday, and so I was there, checkup, blah 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 blah, and my dentist, he knows my kids and everything like that, and so he goes, "Hey, how are the kids?" And I said, "Hey, I saw my son. We hung out in Vegas over the weekend." And he goes, "Really? Okay. Well, what were you there for?" I was like, "Oh, I was there for a gaming tournament." And he goes, "Oh, what game?" And I go, "Splinterlands." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I like that." Just super casual. Says, "Oh yeah, I love that game." And I was like, "What?" And I said, "Let me just make sure I heard you right. Splinterlands." And he goes, "Yeah, I know." And he says, we talked about cards, and we talked about a little bit about Gods Unchained and just other crypto games. And I was like, "What the hell just happened here?" But I've never, ever met anyone that I did not introduce into the game that has ever played it.
You found one in the wild, man. That's crazy.
But here's the thing about that. So there may be people in our own communities, and if I had not been still high off of the Splinterfest, I probably wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Right? I would have just said, nobody wants to talk about Splinterlands. And do we talk for another half hour? And normally our relationship, I'm corporate, he's a business owner, very like, "Hey, well, I'll see you next time." Right? Dude, I gave him a fist bump on the way out. I almost gave him a hug, and I was like, "The best visit ever." Right?
I love coming to the dentist
I
now.
love it. So, and it's funny because it completely changed our dynamic. That is the power of this community and this game, and not just this game, right? There are other Web3 things out there. Without the human element, it doesn't mean anything, right? It's just another game that your opponents are faceless, nameless, people, and this is not that. The literal difference in terms of how I perceive this person that I've known for over a decade. It blew past every boundary, every professional boundary we would have had, and now we have something else to interact on. And that will be what we talk about every time that I
I'm sure. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I was talking about this last night too, where to go back to your Friday Night Magic.
Yeah.
Right now, I'll just come out and say it, right? Because people are they're very much questioning the marketing strategy for the team. But it's like the game's in a weird place and the bear market is brutal. And so like running Google and Brave ads right now, I mean, go ahead and do it, but you're not going to be bringing in masses of players. So I feel like if the team is investing in more in-person events, that's how you get more people into the game through like word of mouth marketing. Because here's the thing, he was talking to you. One of the things that you relayed about this story before we hit stream was he said something like, "Oh, it's really difficult for people to get into."
That's exactly
versus something like Gods Unchained. But the fact that he had that interaction with you, he's probably going to take a second look at the game now and be like, sorry, not that he quit, but it's just like, he's like, "Oh, I found like another Splinterlands player. That's kind of cool. So let me go see how my collection's doing. Let me get in and see what changes they've made." Right.
Dude, I might walk into his office and say, "Hey man, I'm going to delegate you a deck. Let's play in the next tournament."
See? So, but that's a very real thing, right? And so like I was, I've said this a couple times, but I was in Chicago this past weekend, and one of the things that I did was like, I was trying to scout gaming lounge, gaming cafe locations that have like a bunch of computers set up. And I found a good one where I'm just like, okay, this could host like a small tournament here, right? Maybe 32, 50 people, however many we end up actually having. But I brought my cousin with me, who's like a recent college grad. He's like crypto aware, and slowly investing into like BTC and ETH, but not like not into it the same way that many of us are.
Mhm.
And I brought him to the thing, and like I showed him the pictures from Vegas, and he's like, "Oh, this is like," he's like, "Wait, this is a crypto game?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes, right." And so he still didn't like click with it yet. But I know that if we run an event, I'm gonna invite him. He's gonna come out, and he's gonna be like, "Wait a second. I thought, I keep hearing crypto games are a scam or NFTs are a scam, but there's like real people here playing for real prizes. This is kind of crazy." So that's one example of like, if we do more in-person events, no matter where they are, East Coast, Midwest, Japan, Philippines, right? You're going to get people who will bring in casuals or just talk about it the way that you did to your dentist. Like, "Oh yeah, so what are you up to tonight? What were you up to last night?" "Oh, I went to this like tournament for Splinterlands." "Oh wait, I think I heard of that game."
Yes.
Or what's this game all about, right? Because crypto is this virtual space where people just live on Twitter or people live on YouTube, and none of it's real. But all of a sudden we start doing more events a la Magic the Gathering or Friday Night Magic or stuff like that. I really feel the word of mouth marketing could go a lot further.
Hey, sorry, I keep looking around. My next door neighbor is getting a new roof put on, and I keep seeing stuff flying past my window. So
All right. I don't know if you had to run or something. So.
Well, I didn't know. That's exactly right. What's going on over there?
Well, if you guys could just let me know. All right, so let's catch up on the chat now because I know I'm behind. So Tim's asking, the last time I was in the Philippines was 2017, April of 2017 for my cousin's wedding.
Nice.
Had to wait an hour for the computer. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people ended up going back to their hotel rooms just to play. Qualifier should probably be on your own computer in your room. Not enough computers. Then top 16 at the event.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and maybe there should be like a longer period of time to like put it in, right? Where I feel like they should designate a time where it's just like, okay, we're not going to have any panels or anything for like the next couple of hours. And it's like you go and, everybody figure out a time, whether it's in your room or whether it's on the computers here to play. Yes, they also increased the time allowed in the qualifiers for 4 minutes because so this was everybody's first time doing ghost card tournaments. I don't think it'll be the case in the future. So that should cut down to the usual 2.5 minutes at some point. Virus, appreciate it. Oh, it was fun. I mean, I'm literally talking about this game 3 times a week. So if I can't do that on a big stage, then what am I doing?
Well, dude, you were a natural. I mean, he was a natural too, right? So the player's player, right? There was a lot of people, right? Yuki, players. I mean, these, you guys all were extraordinary contestants. That's what I would say.
I mean, I got to give a shout out to Virus, one of the two, or no, two, but 5, I think, players who qualified for both. Mm-hmm. Here's another suggestion that I would make too. I think doing 2 tournaments was a lot. I think that in the future they should make you choose, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like you should only go to one because I think that added up the time where people were spending like 3 hours to put in their qualifying teams. So Splinterfest is going to be held on a cruise ship leaving out of Port Canaveral, Florida, heading towards the Philippines. I don't even. How long would that
be a month? Yeah, that's a month trip. Yeah, for sure.
They got the cash to rent one.
I
don't think I want to be on a boat that long. Thankfully I don't get motion sickness, but I don't want to be on a boat for that long.
Well, I mean, these boats are like floating cities now, right? I mean, I don't know that would be a problem. Well, at least not for me anyway.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Have you spent like extended time on a boat?
Not on those types of ships. So I've done. Actually, I was in the Maldives before the pandemic hit. So we typically do. I'm a diver, so we do that, right? Yes, I'm a diver, so we do liveaboards and stuff like that. So to stay out to sea for a week has been the limit that I've done it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like I watched Titanic at a young age, but like I still get like PTSD. Like when I'm on the boat, I'm just like, all right, I need to make sure that I'm like sleeping light. Anything goes down, I don't want to get stuck. So yeah, I get really nervous and anxious. Don't get me wrong, I love cruises. I've been on a couple, and I would love to do them again. But I do have this like weird like anxiety when I'm on the boat to be like, all right, like all hands on deck, pun intended.
There are better things to do then.
DJ, what's going on? Good to see you, man. It was good to meet you. So wow, that is crazy dark. And I think she was talking about your meeting someone in the wild. So that's an awesome story. Going to start grilling my dentist on his crypto assets.
I mean, but wouldn't that be crazy, right? So that conversation, and again, these are bull run conversations, right? You would expect that during a bull run because everybody's talking about crypto. But during a bear run, bear market. Everybody's kind of skittish to even admit that they're even in it, right? But now's the time, right? Right now, this is the time to accumulate assets and to be able to tell the story when the bull run commences again. So,
yeah, no, I mean, I totally agree. Actually, it's funny you mentioned like your dentist, because I feel like I've been really cool with my dentist for many years. And she's awesome, because we just literally talk about like TV shows and movies all the time.
Yep.
So
give it a
but
try.
now,
Give it
But
a try.
now I'm gonna be like, hey, have you heard of Bitcoin? You know?
Say, hell yeah.
Have you heard of this magic internet money? All right.
I'm sure they know, right? I'm like, again, everyone knows now what Bitcoin is, right? I think that was the effect of the last bull run. It's whether or not people are investing and have a story to tell about it. Right? So.
All right, Jeremy's asking, what do you think of having small country flags next to your name? Is this what do you mean, Jeremy? Like in game, on YouTube, in Discord, like?
So in a lot of games for tournaments, you represent your country.
Right? Okay.
So, which is cool, but our community is not like that, right? So, I mean, it could be cool, but I don't know if it's necessary. I'd much rather have my Rooney next to my picture, next to my profile, than a flag, for sure.
You know, I'm feeling a little double-minded about this, because part of it is like, okay, I definitely respect and love the fact that there's a bunch of countries that are represented in it, but it also feels like some kind of like artificial divider. Like right now, like I don't really care where you're from around the world, right?
Not at all.
And not that I would care in the future, but it's just like, oh, all of a sudden it's just like you got someone from the Philippines versus someone from Tokyo or for someone from Japan, and then you're gonna be like, oh, well, I'm gonna vote for this person just because, like, I don't know, maybe it's a cool idea for people who want to represent it, but I guess I'm not like emotionally attached to it.
Yeah, I like the way our community is. Right? So it doesn't matter where you're from. We all interact with each other, one-on-one pretty much. Yeah, and I like that. So
I don't want to feel socially pressured to like cheer on the Filipino person in the future. Just because people are like, wait, you're half Filipino, you should be cheering him on. I'm just like, I know, but like I'm friends with Darkest Night. I want him to win, right? Like, so
win, exactly. Hey, maybe I'm a little Filipino. I don't know.
Who knows, right?
Don't know. Genetically, let's get some testing done. So
have you ever done that? The 23andMe thing? Oh, no, you don't want to give I already gave my information to them, so they know exactly who I am, where I come from, and
I just don't want a clone of me walking in my door saying, hey, it's my house now.
You know, I never even thought about that, but that'd be kind of cool. I would love to. I mean, we definitely there's definitely some people that I think we could benefit from cloning. Matt for sure.
Oh, right? Yes.
Weirbeard. Like there's a couple of folks that I think we could clone and really get some utility out of it.
Let's get a proposal for that.
Yeah. And is there a country where cloning is legal?
I think Brazil.
No way.
Yeah,
Are you? No, there's no way like the United Nations or whoever's in charge of the world.
You can't control that. It's scientific discovery. You can't. You can say it's unethical, but you can't ban it.
Wait, okay, hold on. No. There's no way that there's a country that cloning is legal.
Let's ask Alexa. Hold on, let's find out.
All right.
Is cloning like who would be the governing body that would say it's illegal?
I don't know. I think they would just like shame you. Wouldn't like the US and Europe and whoever runs the world shame you?
It says ethical. Oh, here it is.
Go incognito so the CIA isn't on your ass.
Oh, here it is. Under the AHR Act, I have no idea what that is. It is illegal to knowingly create a human clone regardless of purpose, including therapeutic and reproductive cloning. How interesting.
So it said it's illegal, right?
Illegal, but who's the governing body for that?
I don't know.
Oh, Canada. That's okay. So that is okay. Okay, here we go.
It's
so that's
Canada.
The government of Canada. I think it's individual countries can say what's illegal, but for every illegal, country, there's one that's going to say it's illegal.
All right, this is the most random rabbit hole.
Sorry.
I don't know why we're talking about cloning right now and like researching it. Okay, we can move on.
So this is what our conversations are like. Literally, you guys are seeing it happen in real time.
All right, so Alex, if I buy one, wait, I don't even remember how we got to cloning.
Man, let's just move on.
All right, I'm ready to move on. All right, if I buy one land plot for X money, or use the same amount of dollars and buy tower defense packs instead. Tower defense is paying out awesome right now because not a lot of packs have been bought, so you can get some good SPS. But it will go down over time. But you do own the packs, so Dom's in the house. Andrew's in the house. What's going on? Luthien's in the house. Oh, it's turning into a party now.
It is.
We got Liverpool fan. Oh, you know what? I need to. So there's going to be some MLS playoff games tonight, which I've never watched an MLS game. So I think I'm going to try and tune in.
You know what? I think I might do the same thing.
I just want to get to know some of the players if I'm going to be getting their cards later.
Yep.
Patrick, what's going on? Mohammed's here. I appreciate the content. Splinterfest deal for discounted pack buys concluded, but the number of card packs sold went up by 100 or 150K. What are your thoughts? Did you expect more sold?
Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, I was hoping more would be sold. I think we're at like 250,000, 10,250,000. I was hoping more sold. Here's my little thing that irks me. I just wish that they had done something for the smaller players. This was very much geared towards Wales, and probably I feel like the team has been trying to court many of these like large gaming guilds for a while. So the fact that Nifty Arcade was at Splinterfest and YGG and all this stuff. So yeah, I don't know, man. I wish that they had done stuff for the smaller players. So I don't know that this is going to happen. This is a wish list thing for me, but maybe over the holidays. And I know everybody doesn't celebrate like Christmas stuff, but like it could be like a New Year's just holiday season type thing. It'd be awesome if they like increase the bonuses at the smaller range, right? So if you buy 100 packs, instead of getting like a 10% bonus, you get a 15 or a 20% bonus, right? And they can move packs that way, because I'm not going to spend a minimum of 10K, but I might, buy myself some packs for the holidays, right? So
I would love a Splinterlands holiday.
Oh, there should be a Splinter Day, like Amazon Prime Day.
Yeah, make our own holiday. We don't need to have earthly holidays.
What could Splinter Day be about?
Well, we have harvest time, right? So we're almost going to be in harvest time. So maybe the same thing happens in Pretoria.
Maybe it's during their whatever the birthday is, sometime in May, or like anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The anniversary's coming up.
What if they did something like crazy, like 50% off packs or something?
That would be awesome.
So Mohammed, to answer your question, I don't know. It's kind of in line with what I was expecting. I guess I was hoping for more. I was hoping like we'd wake up and all of a sudden we'd be close to 11 million packs, but
I didn't think that was going to happen at all.
Yeah.
Right, because right now the hype is all around Rift Watchers, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I there's no way that I would buy a Chaos Legion pack right now while cards, like the awesome cards that are in Rift Watchers around. No way.
I just need to max out my Chaos Legion, but I'm going so slowly.
Yeah, and here's the thing though. I mean, if you don't have the base cards, right, the Rift Watcher cards may not really help you a whole lot. You just can't throw a Rift Watcher card out there and expect to win. You need the base cards as well. So
yeah. In game, it may help for guild invites. Yeah, I agree. Oh wait, hold on. Jeremy, was this in response to what I asked about? Oh, so this is in response to what do you think of having small country flags next to your name? In game, it may help for guild invites. Actually, okay, that's fair enough. I mean, I don't mind if people like. Here's the thing: if you're proud of like where you're from and who you're representing, like go for it. That's again, I wasn't trying to like poo-poo the idea. I just said that like I wouldn't be the first one to like throw up a U.S. flag because it's a little pretentious.
You know what? I have an idea.
Sorry, that's not pretentious for people from other countries. It's just like for the U.S. I just want to be very clear about that. I mean, I have a lot of country pride, but I don't need to be throwing up a flag. All right, now that I cleared that up, so I'm not offending people from around the world. What were you gonna say?
I have a request. It's gonna sound again random. Do you have a Yabba Mat card from Splinterfest?
I don't know.
It's one of the ones I'm missing. I went through the whole collection and I'm like, where's my Yabba card?
If I do, it's yours. Next time I see you, I'll give it to you.
Cool. All right. Sorry, very random, but I was very like, I have 2 of aggro. I'm like, how did I get 2 of those?
I wasn't good about collecting all the cards, so I have a couple of them, but not all of them. I think I might have a Yamamat card. We'll see.
These are what we're talking about, by the way.
That's
awesome. I'm aggro. Push and shove.
All right, you want to know something that is probably embarrassing for me?
Yeah.
My swag bag is still sitting in the room, unpacked but not opened.
Oh, dude,
I've been so lacking on content here. I should just do like an opening of the like a filming of the opening of the bag.
So you didn't open up your physical packet?
I haven't done anything. The bag is literally sitting there. I got back and like I traveled to Vegas with like a larger suitcase, and so like I unpacked that just to get some stuff from it, so I could pack a smaller suitcase for Chicago.
Okay, on stream, you have to promise, do not open that physical pack unless you're streaming.
Okay. I wasn't planning. You know, it's funny. People are just like, oh, I'm going to keep it unopened and this thing is going to appreciate in value. I'm just like, all right, dude, there's no market for this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like next Splinterfest, you'll find somebody who like wants to pay you for it. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's not the same.
I think they're awesome. The whole physical card thing. I mean, again, they're just around as, mementos and things like that. I have them all over my computer room, but yeah.
I'll probably end up opening it at some point. Well, we'll make for good content on like a stream or something.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, Roonies. Are we ready to do Roonies in a few days?
I mean, it's Tuesday, right? So we're like 4 or 5 days away. Yeah.
Like that time got here so fast. Let's see. Rooney, hold on.
I don't have enough money.
Yeah, 5 days.
Rooney.
What?
I need to figure out how to get
Sell
more
some cards.
Ethereum. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, sure, I could put more money into it, but it's like I think I'm just gonna have to sell some SPS or something for it. Here's the problem too. So I got 3 of the whitelists, and I very much intend on selling one, right, to cover the cost of the others. But the problem is now that they put the general sale or the general minting for it like a week or 2 later. So I was hoping like everything would just go live. I would throw in, I would take out some or sell some of my SPS, which is pathetically down under like 6 cents now. So it's like I would sell some of my SPS and then immediately flip one of the Roonies, or mint all 3, choose whichever one I like, hopefully sell the other one to cover the cost of the 2 that I want to keep, and then put that back into SPS. But I don't think that's gonna be the case now. So I gotta put extra capital into the game.
Yeah, that could happen. I mean, again, it depends on the demand, right? So if the demand is through the roof and maybe people are coming in even before the general sale and scooping this stuff up, that could happen, right?
Yeah.
So time will tell.
Actually, that's a good point. You're right about that. I'm also gonna need stuff for Lux Vega. Dude, this game is such a money sink. Guys, if you're listening now, if you're new to the game, stay away. Stay far, far away. It's gonna eat your wallets, okay? Just don't do it.
So since you brought it up, Lux Vega,
go ahead.
We've had a lot of conversation about that card. What are your thoughts?
I like it. I don't love it. The idea of spending $1,000 on a single card makes me want to vomit. But I think that ultimately it can be valuable. I do like it. And there's a small part of me that wants to like potentially flip it and then just take whatever profit I can get from that. Because it's like, okay, I spent the $300 for the ticket. Now I have to put another $700 in. If this card is going for like $1,500 on the secondary market, like why not flip that and spend $500 to max out my Chaos Legion deck? Or you know what I mean? Like it's those types of things that like I'm trying to justify, and I don't have a right answer for even myself, let alone anybody else. Like, so it's like, how do I want to go about doing that? Because I'm very disciplined now, not taking any investment capital, right, from liquidity pools or nodes. I don't want to put any of that into the game. That's for me, that's my ice cream money. Like the game, I want it to be able to feed itself, and also to prove, not just to everybody, but to prove to myself that like, okay, this game can, as long as you play it, over time, you can level up in the game, right? Like, so just playing like I've been getting, in gold, I'll get a pack every couple of days or something like that. And rewards cards that I don't need anymore, I don't mind selling, because it's like, well, let me buy the rewards cards that I need, or the Chaos Legion cards that I need. Now, I don't know how I got all the way here, but taking this back to what your original question was, with Lux Vega, I was underwhelmed by the stats, but I am still optimistic about the ability to play it in every battle. And I like the idea of having a diamond level summoner. It's making me actually not focus on leveling up my summoners right now for Chaos Legion. They're all at gold level, but I essentially need to double my investment to get from gold to diamond. So part of me is like, well, summoners are more expensive, and I may as well just go through and max out my commons and rares, because if I keep Lux Vega, then the summoners won't really be needed unless it's Little League. But God, if they, you know what? I'll put it out there. If they made Lux Vega 4 mana, I would love it, despite everything else. It's just, Little League happens way too often. It's one of my least favorite rule sets, and so I would love if Lux Vega was there to be able to be used.
So, you know how I feel about it, right? I feel it's going to be one of the. Sorry about that. Someone's asking me about the cold weather.
What's the weather?
Apparently, it's my fault. So.
Well, hold on. What's the weather like in Atlanta right now?
29 degrees.
No way, really? What?
I was on my run this morning, and I did not ask Alexa what the temperature was, because I'm like, why would I do that?
We're gonna be back in the 80s later today, but it was a little cold here when I arrived.
Yeah,
okay, great. Sorry. Aside.
So, So, just looking at Lux Vega and the utility, I don't think there's a single card that's as useful as that card's going to be. I think we're going to see it for years. I think it's going to be pervasive, but not pervasive in terms of number of cards, but it's going to be the type of card that if you're planning on being a professional brawler, you have to have that card. Right? Unless you're going to have to make a significant investment, right? If you're
okay. No, go ahead. I was cutting you off.
If you are a professional delegator, right? Like if you want to, get down with the guys from Nifty Arcade, right? You can make a very compact team that has the ability to add on to any other team, right? It will be valuable just from that perspective. If you think about how much investment you won't have to make in terms of being able to play at the highest levels, right? I mean, you can play at the lower levels, that's fine. But the value really doesn't come until you want to jump up into the higher levels of play, Diamond, right? That's a pretty big shift for a lot of players. To go from gold to Diamond is hard, right? And I think it's meant to be hard, right? But this one card makes that journey really easy. Let's say I have a buddy, my dentist friend, right? Hey man, I'm going to send you Lux Vega and a couple of other neutral cards, and now they can enjoy. So
Now, you brought up something that I thought was really interesting, where you're regretting not going for the gold one now, right? And I know the gold one, I mean, that's super expensive, but the idea that you'd be able to use that and be valuable, like people in guilds would be very valuable. Look at our guild right now. There's 4 open phrase that are all gold foil cards, right?
Yep. And every time empty, like all the time.
Every time I jump in, it's like, hey, do you want to help your guild? And I'm like, no, because I can't, right? I mean, if we get to a point, where nobody ends up picking those up, then I will go and rent the cards. But it's like I'm waiting to see if somebody else will do it. Now, if you have a gold foil Lux, unless it's a Little League rule set, you're able to play in any and all of those, right? Again, you're gonna need the monster cards to go along with it, but those tend to be cheaper than the summoners.
Yeah, and for rentals, right? You can just rent whatever it is you need, and you're good to go there, right? So, as I call them brawl mercenaries, right? As a leader in my guild, right, one of the officers, I would look for someone to join the guild that has that card, a gold version. If they were not in a guild, I would do everything in my power to invite them and get them in, just because of that one card.
Yeah, I'm still very bullish on guilds overall, and especially now as more and more stuff gets KYC'd. I don't know about the rest of the head honchos at Archmage Arius, but it's like you and I are quite public, right, in terms of our information and stuff. And so it'd be cool if at like some point in the future, like we could have those conversations with companies that want to like endorse whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know how that would work, but it's like. If we want to take some kind of like advertising from them, endorsement money or something, that would be pretty cool. And we already started to see pieces of that coming together at Splinterfest. I won't say who, but like there were several people who were approached about being like, hey, the people who were performing well in the tournaments. by other guilds and being like, hey, how's your guild doing? Are you happy with your guild? Like, you want to come through? And so like those conversations, I figured they would start happening, but they're happening sooner rather than I expected. But now with ghost card tournaments essentially here, right, you're going to be having those conversations a lot more. And I think it's just a matter of time before guilds get monetized and someone's just like, yeah, I'll pay you 1,000 SPS to play in 3 brawls for us, and if you perform well and win 75% of your battles, you get a bonus of 500 SPS, whatever the case is, right? And stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, like here's the contract, I'll sign it, and you'll have free agents or brawl mercenaries, as you said.
Right. Yeah. For me personally, right, the desire to have a gold Lux would be for the scenario you just mentioned for yourself, right? The phrase that typically people don't go, I would just designate myself as one of the gold players and just go in there, and I would invest. And I have a pretty, decent sized gold collection, and it's all scattered across the ones that I've won, right? But I might make strategic investments on those cards to compete in those specific frays. So.
Yeah, I like playing. I don't like the meta at bronze and silver. Yeah. So otherwise, like I probably would have started investing. Like I would have potentially considered like selling a lot of my regular foil deck and just going heavy into a gold foil deck, because then I know I'd always have a brawl spot, right?
Yep.
But I like the meta at gold. I think I like it at diamond too, and it's just, man.
Yeah.
All right, can we catch up on some of the chat? Because
there's a lot of them there.
Yeah. All right. So Fun for All's in the house. Jeremy's saying it might help with building a guild. Okay, so Jeremy, for building a guild, if you go into the Discord, there's like language channels all the way at the bottom. So if you want to find people from other, similar countries, it's not perfect, right? Because it's languages but not countries. That might be a good place to start in terms of like helping to build a guild and finding folks. So he's saying hi, Luthien. Luthien saying I did 23andMe and found my birth parents. That's amazing. That's a cool story right there.
Yeah, I think we talked about
it. Did we?
That. Yeah,
okay. So. My memory's terrible. I'm sorry. Jeremy, are you in China? Was that what you're saying?
Oh, we were talking about the cloning.
Oh. All right. No way, Darkest Night. China flouts the law, but yeah, it's against international. Yeah, see, I thought it was like against international law, where like most countries are just like, nah, they can't do it. Noda's in the house. What's going on, Noda? Good to see you. Did you get to meet Noda?
I think I met a lot of people. I can't remember everyone.
Noda's cool, dude. Finally, I'm back. I know. It's been a couple of weeks from Splinterfest Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that's our cloning conversation.
Oh. I'm so pumped for GLG. I'm excited too. I don't know what YNWA means. You know where at?
No, that will be.
Is that? Oh yeah. I'm an idiot. All right, guys. I've had only 1 cup of coffee today. Welcome back after I missed you guys. Yvonne. Oh, did you do the ARG thing yesterday?
I did not. I was working.
It was crazy. What's going on, Yvonne?
That's a binary number. So did they have binary puzzles there?
The last puzzle was this. Like you had to like spell something on binary. Yeah.
You'd have to figure out that.
It would be cool if Splinter Holiday was a real one in lore too. Yeah, there should be like a Splinter Day, like the day the Chaos Legion is defeated or something.
Absolutely.
Regarding the card level proposal, seems to be a lot of disagreement over what the data is actually showing us. Ooh, I have not dug into that yet. I've just seen secondhand information from Neil and some other folks. Streaming GLG would be fun.
A weird proposal. I mean, it's not a weird proposal, but
have you thought through on it yet?
Yeah, I'm neutral on it. I mean, I would benefit from it, right? But I would prefer to leave this one to the community, whatever they feel is best.
I like it. It's just I understand people who are frustrated by it, but I think I don't know. This is where I get into trouble here, right? Especially because I'm like doing music with the team, but it always sounds like I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm. But I genuinely believe that Matt is trying to do the most good for the game economy and long-term preservation, right? So it's like it's hard to disagree with him when he's like presenting the data and saying like this is something that will benefit the game long term. It sucks. And he even like posted like his kind of response. But it's like, if you don't like it, then I understand you don't like it. But overall, like, I don't know. I feel like unless I see something that is very, very contradictory to what they are presenting, I'll probably end up voting for it.
I would love to see the silver and gold level players, actually even bronze too, right, get some love in the game.
Hmm.
I as a higher level player, I would like to see them get some love.
Now, okay, so the rating inflation thing is a big deal, and you've had several content creators like really digging into that from the get go. I think I'll give a shout out to, I think it was Tails from the Cryptmancer, and maybe Gank that were talking about it like early on. So this is not going to solve that, but it does help, right? Because the idea is that, well, okay, and I'm regurgitating secondhand data, stuff that I've just seen on either someone else's show or somewhere in the map chat, but it's something like 50% of battles in gold, for example, are played with underpowered cards. So that is just bots playing with each other and ranking up all the way to gold and earning gold rewards.
Yeah.
And so it's like 50% in gold and 80% of silver is like played with novice cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I think that it can have a big impact because what Pascal is saying here is Commander Chaos and Hawks suggest it will have a big effect, whereas Dallin in the Discord proposal chat is saying the data shows it won't. I don't know, but I believe the premise, or believe in the premise of what it is. It just sucks because it's like, if you can beat someone with like an underpowered deck, like I love in gold when I was playing whenever I would play Wild, so before Modern came out, and I would always go up against the Lorna Shine Sneak attack decks. I hated them, but there were several moments where like I would literally shout and join victory because they would be playing me with a level 6 summoner and I only have a level 1 Mylar, and I would literally throw the level 1 Mylar in with all the fatties that I could find and stack the back and watch them kill themselves, and I'd be like, yes, die you yeah. So like the fact that like I can still enjoy that, but I won't get the prizes off of it, I'm gonna get nerfed a bunch. It sucks.
Yes, I know.
I knew what you were gonna play, and I perfectly countered you with my level 1 Mylar.
Yep. Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, any other thoughts on that, or just you're neutral?
I do have a thought, but it's not around that. It's that my ECR is 98%.
Woo-hoo. Hell yeah, let's go.
So, because last week, what was I at? 0. We're really 1%. So, sorry, distraction.
No. It's I mean, we talked about that a little bit with like your end of season rewards not being as high. All right, Yvonne,
discipline.
Are you trying to tell me something? Because I don't have the time to go through and
that says
analyze
not.
Ryan saying he just maxed out Chaos and Rift this week. Congratulations. Ooh, Andrew saying he has an extra Yabba Mat card for you.
Yes.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Do you know what's inside the swag bag? I didn't open it, so I don't.
Yeah.
I literally just like got it the last day and threw it in my suitcase.
I'm holding on to this. It's like right by my computer. Like
I
doesn't go anywhere.
Don't even know where mine. I mean, I know where it is. It's in the other room.
Yeah. Like it's one of those things. Like we all have stuff around our computers.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is right there.
Oh, hold on. Note is sending me a message. Push to clarify about if the cards you play were minimum level, then you would get. Okay, so Notice is saying, man, can't stay on stream, have work to do, but should clarify your Mylar story. If the cards you play were the minimum level, then you would get all the rewards.
Did you say Nodes?
His name is
Nodes?
Yeah, that Nodes. Oh, you didn't meet him because you got his card.
I got his card.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, got it.
Dude, it was just so funny meeting him.
You guys
I mean,
are all
not
with
funny.
me right here.
Yeah, no, that's him. So it's funny because he literally just messaged me.
Cool,
he messaged me on like the company Slack. So, thanks, Nodes. I didn't think that one through.
Yeah.
But now I seem like a slacker because he's like, oh, I have actual work to do, and I'm just here streaming on YouTube. Yeah. But see, this is why I'm trying to tell folks. I'm a contractor for the team. This isn't a full-time thing. They send me stuff and they're like, can you write a song to this? And I'm like, yes.
Super
yes,
cool.
I can.
You're, like,
I will try.
In. That's awesome.
All right. So what's up, Butters? 12 just made a video addressing a lot of specific concerns about the applicant proposal, and they just comment the same unthought ideas he breaks down in the video.
Yeah. See, that's the same. I mean, like, there's a thing, right? Sometimes it's easy to be totally against or for a proposal. With this one, you see the benefit, right? It's obvious what the benefit is, but it's the impacts to the community, right? It's the impacts to the individuals. Um, I'm just very sensitive to these days for
Hmm.
things that could negatively impact the community. Right? This is a very fragile time during a bear market,
Yeah.
and every player is hard fought for, and to retain them, it's very difficult right now. Right?
Yeah.
During the bull run, hey, no problem. Right? 100,000 people will come in, but right now, even one or
Yeah.
two is valuable. So
Yeah. Let me put it this way, and I know this might rub people the wrong way, but or rub some folks the wrong way. If you are upset with the proposal because you don't want to level up your deck, but you want to play in higher leagues, that's the same thing as just bot behavior, right? Like you're trying to get, you know what I mean? Like as a player, ideally, if you want to play at the higher leagues, you also probably want to be leveling up your deck over time, right? Like that. As a player, I enjoy doing that. I love seeing my cards go up in level and being more competitive. So it's like if you're fully against doing that, then maybe you should just be happy with whatever level you're playing at right now. Um, I don't know if that makes sense.
yeah, so
It's like the perspective, but yeah.
so it's funny you say that, right? Because when I think of people with underpowered decks, it's for me as a person that plays at the higher level, it's a dangerous scenario, right? Because just like you said, you beat the person with the level 1 Mylor. Well, at the higher levels, when I play a match and I win against an underpowered deck, I get like 4 points, like very minimal points. 10 points, I think, is the minimum, right? I get 10 points. But if I lose to a person like that, I'm down like 50 points, 40 points. I'm like, what the hell just happened here?
Yeah.
Right. And it's frustrating, right? It's why I've had to slow down my playing, because I can't
Mhm.
afford to get beat by someone like that. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those things, right? It doesn't particularly impact me, right? And
Yeah.
so I'm like, all right,
You have a
what?
max deck, so you'll be in champion. I think it'll
Right.
be good for players as a gold level player who
Yep.
saw quite a bit of nerf to the system. I
Yep.
think it'll be
Yeah,
good
exactly.
overall. For people who are playing in silver, and like here's the thing, it's like if you're playing in silver but you're playing with an underpowered deck, I think short term, yeah, you might take a hit, but
Yep.
you should be trying to level up your deck to max for silver. Or the thing is, what I love about it is like you can be in silver, and if you have a maxed bronze deck, then you get all the benefits. And
Yep.
same with gold, right? If you have a max silver deck, so the way that it scales up, I like and appreciate. Where it's like, okay, well, I can still be a full league behind in terms of like where my deck level is at. But if I'm here with a silver level deck beating people in gold, then I'm getting all the benefits still, and I'm getting to prove my skill, right?
Yep.
So I think what sucks is just like I have a level 1 sandworm that I'm never going to spend the money to like max out. And so if I just leave it like that, I'll probably get dinged on that card. But
Yep.
this is why I'm looking forward to Rebellion coming out and Untamed rotating out completely.
So here's what I think the impact will be for me, though. Right. I have a ton of cards that I never play with. Right. Like, hundreds of thousands of CP that I just, and my solution to it has always been just to delegate them out. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll rent them. I have a couple of things on the rental, but it's not a thing. I don't want to become like a card landlord, right?
Yeah.
So, but might be in the future, if this proposal passes, I might be tempted to sell that level 1 sandword, right? Because doesn't mean anything to me, right?
Yeah.
At the level I'm playing at, but it might mean something to someone that's just playing silver,
Mm.
right? Because for them, that represents a benefit to them, both rewards wise and card wise, right? And again, I might sell it slightly cheaper or maybe even more, right? Depending on what the circumstance is.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, I will probably be incented based on card pressures, right? Price pressures, to sell those cards, right?
Yeah.
Because the demand will all of a sudden be there to level up those
True.
cards. So, I mean, again, we don't know what's going to happen.
I think it would be good for the ecosystem. Bots are not like, I mean, again, bots are designed to get the most value for the least amount of investment, right? It's an investment. So if you incentivize them to level up, that does do better things for the card market overall.
I would say, I mean, we've been talking about delegations, right? Nifty Arcade and those guys. Maybe this is an opportunity to go through your collection, identify effective teams for the level, right? Fully maxed out silver deck, fully maxed out gold deck, and get them into the hands of players that can do something with it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I've ever tried to do, right? That's how we met, right? So is by doing that. So again, these assets, if you don't use them, they just sit there in your wallet doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I think the key is to get them in the hands of players that can do something with them.
True. All right, Luffy is already calling me out for being so behind on comments.
Oh.
let me catch up here. No. I mean, this is good. I'm glad we got to dig into it because you and I hadn't talked about this yet, so I wanted to get your opinion on it. Our +1 armor for Death and Earth is amazing. I think we're talking about Lux Vega there. I agree. I want to see Lux Vega in action. DJ's saying with all the high mana cards, they should change Little League to 5 mana and under. That'd be interesting. I want to see something opposite of Little League. I want to see Big Fatties rule set where it's like only 10 and above. All right. I guess you could call it like Giants only, but I like Big Fatties only. All right. It's like hitting his head against the wall. One of these guys wanted to argue with me on Walking Keys Live last night. Told him to send some SPS. Yeah, I mean, again, there's going to be people against this stuff, but I respect their opinion. It's just, no, I respect their opinion. And it's like
good conversation, right? I mean, as long as it's done respectfully, right? I mean, that's the whole, and that's what Dwayne always says, right? Let's have the conversation.
Yeah.
And maybe you might change somebody to your way of thinking. Maybe not, right? Maybe they might change you to theirs. But we should never be afraid of the discourse, right?
Yeah. I feel like Dwayne is one of the most patient people in this community because I think he gets a lot of shit thrown his way.
After meeting him in person, I can guarantee that this is a labor of love for him, right? And like after meeting him and talking with him, there is no doubt.
And he loves to like, doesn't one of his series is like the salt mines where he like goes and like highlights the salty comments. I mean, for me, like I don't know, I don't know.
I mean, again, it makes for definitely entertaining content, right?
Yeah,
for sure. So.
All right, so Wild Hog, who is AKA Druids, I just learned recently. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, do your thing. I'll catch up on chat here. So, I don't know how long he'll be on for. So we'll just do. Oh no, he's back.
Yeah, I had League of Legends going, so it keep on getting challenges, and I'm like.
Castle saying, "Yo, Butters, can you check the proposal chat in Discord? They seem to different data. Will do. All right. So I just got 71 SPS for a win in champ. What the hell? What? No win streak and 68% ECR. Dark saying you need to get up into champ ASAP.
Well, yes, I'm trying. So yeah.
I was getting some weird guild talks. I'm a happy TNA member. Okay, cool. Let's go. Richard saying, "Ooh, Richard." This is a new name. What's going on, Richard? Do you know when the first airdrop card will happen for Rift Watchers? No. I'm hoping we get Oshore soon, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised that that's not ready to go. That was a thing, right? I mean, we had a schedule for a while, and again, I know that they're still tweaking it, right? There was some concern about when the heal happens, and we already have the card, right? So what does it take to implement it into game? I don't know, right? And
I mean, we're definitely not going to get that Rift Watcher summon or Rift Watcher airdrop before Oshore, so we haven't even gotten Oshore yet.
Yeah, and we're coming up eventually on another legendary summoner, right? What's the next one? The water summoner for Chaos?
I have no idea, but we're not coming up on it, dude. We're only 25% of the way there.
I mean, don't throw salt into my mind.
Look, okay, so I'm still hopeful that we're gonna wake up one morning and some guild is gonna be like, yeah, we bought 2 million packs, right? Like that's my hope. But
I watched a live stream with Bulldog like 2 days ago where these guys were opened up 10,000 packs on stream.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the hell?
Must be nice.
It must be nice. I mean, so they need to make a change for that, right? Like you can only do 200 packs at a time. They need to up that to like 1,000 if you want to do 1,000 because it just took too long. It's
just more fun the more packs you have.
Yeah.
Chuni saying SPS inflation is here. Yeah, I know. It's like the airdrop never ended, right? Inflation is here. All right. So welcome back, friend. What happened in Vegas Fest after Splinterfest? LOL, if you know what I mean. I don't. Was there some drama? What are you talking about, happened? Anyone excited for Osher? Oh, that's happening today. Osher
Today?
airdrop is today. Let's go! All right,
What?
finally.
Hold on. Let's see.
All right, so You Never Walk Alone, Liverpool FC song. Oh, is that what it is? You Never Walk Alone. All right, thank you. All right, hold on. It's 8. I'm 15 minutes behind chat. We're gonna speed through this. I hope Osher drops in price. I'm gonna buy on the market. I think the DJ. I got enough packs, but I'll sell you. I'll sell you if I get anything extra. I think the only reason SPL likes the card level is good because it would make people buy more packs. Oh yeah, I mean that's company revenue, so they do want people to buy more packs. I suggest a lower level cards being used, RNG changes, and the rewards are lesser by X. That could work too. Somebody posted a data analysis on Discord. What are your thoughts on 30% of the battle using 1 BCX cards at silver and less than 5% at gold? That's different from the stats I heard, but yes. Is it going to be impactful? I don't know. I hope so. But if these numbers are the correct ones, then I don't know. All right, so
Osher dropped on the QA server.
I think we've had Osher on the QA server though.
Yeah, I hadn't been there in a minute. So.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if
as you were saying, we need to spend more time there.
Yeah.
Onoda was talking to Liverpool fan. Darkest Night, we did meet briefly. Have to run. We'll rewatch tonight.
Can I tell you
appreciate
something funny?
All the work you do. Huh? Go ahead.
So on the QA server, I got 231 Oshures and 16 go for
it. If only.
If only, exactly. Crazy.
Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on. We'll talk about the QA server in a little bit because we should do some fun stuff here on this channel for people on this channel. I think that don't have access or that do have access or don't have access to the QA server.
Agreed.
All right. So the fun is when you beat a team that has the same cards, you have to win because you chose to put money to level up the card. The fun is when you beat a team that has the same cards as you and you win because you chose to put money. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Jason is saying we should want to upgrade cards because the cards are desirable to have leveled up. That's what I'm saying, right? That's the fundamental difference between a bot and a human. All right, and again, I'm not anti-bot, but bots are emotionless and want to get the most value. Bots are an investment, right? And so when you think about it, what is an investment? You're trying to get some yield on money that you're putting in. Why would I invest in an investment and put $100,000 or sorry, I don't have $100,000, but why would I put like $100 into an investment that is yielding 8% versus one that is yielding 20%, right? Like, sure, there's gonna be some factors that play into that, but if everything else is considered, I would never want to put more in to get less. And that's just how bots work and operate. So as people, I want to be the best at the game at whatever level I can be. So I always want to be leveling up my cards. Good morning, Harris. I can't believe you're late either. Unacceptable. Luthien saying, don't feel like the work you do as a streamer isn't important. Streaming is an important part of the gaming community. This is actual work. It just feels like more fun than work. You are absolutely right. But I guess these aren't like billable hours for me to the company. No, you're absolutely right, Luthien. And for all the people who are creating content or even just participating in the content, you are valued. Thank you. After sound, you probably see this is the one. Luthien saying you probably won't see my comment for another 30 minutes, so you'll probably forget what I was talking about. No, I do remember what you were talking about, and I'm only 13 minutes behind, so we're getting there. Well, it feels like work, then it's work after sound. This is not work to you. No, this is just fun for me, guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know how many people I've told already. This channel. Are you good, Darkest Night?
Yeah. I'm just listening to you while I'm messing around with it. Sure. Sorry.
Okay. Do your thing. Yeah, and this channel is just the happiest accent that I've come across in the last couple of years. So I'm not even trying to be a YouTuber. I just want to have a place where I can talk to people about this game.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to have to do it at the dentist. So.
Actually, the dentist would be kind of fun. Let's put it that way. What's going on, Aaron Kennedy? Ooh, spicy topic. Harris is saying, I don't have any issues leveling up my deck, but I only level up cards that make sense. Yeah, the Fiends is going to be a tough one because it's like they don't really give you much benefit until you're in max level. But you know what? The thing is, you only need 3 Fiends, like 3 BCX of Fiends to play up into gold. So that's not terrible.
The key with the Fiends, though, I mean, they're it's that last level
Yeah.
of leveling it up that gets you the real benefit, right? And
True,
they're
but
pretty substantial.
yeah, no, for sure. But it's like if you're not playing at that level, like
Oh,
think about it this way, right? If you have all level 1 fiends right now, your level 1 fiends are good into at silver. And then if you want to play in gold, you only need to get 2 more BCX per fiend, which I know it's not, everybody's coming from a different place. So when you look at how much fiends are going for, it's not a small amount of money, but you don't need to have a max level fiend, right? It's like you go from 3 BCX to having the max benefit. So it was 3 to 11. We don't need players that don't believe in the fundamentals of the game, as stated explicitly by the team. Fair enough. I level up Demented Shark. It gets thorns. Yeah, I wish I'd leveled up mine. Luthi wants the big fatties rule set. Let's go.
Let's go.
10 plus only. Actually, would that work? Are there enough cards to do 10 plus?
Make it work.
Maybe go like 9 plus. New proposal is bad because it doesn't encourage at all to level up cards people that has 1 BCX and playing gold. It just throws away the possibility for average player to play and earn in champ. I don't think that I agree with that, TT. Oh, I meant silver. If you're silver or bronze, you have 0 encouragement to level up cards. Sure, right? Fine. But they're also making it easy and not as high of a barrier for entry and investment for silver and bronze, right? And to me, I feel like gold is really where the game starts to open up. So, I don't know. Like you still need to get a max level bronze deck, which means you need to have like level 3 commons, level 2 epics and rares, and level 1 legendaries to get the max out of silver. So I don't know. I still feel like that's okay. How many GLS packs did you guys buy? 0. But I thought I was gonna buy some. I got lazy because they didn't sell out right away.
Yeah, I won some in the contest, so that's it for now. I haven't gotten them yet, but I looked at the tiering, right? That 100 pack benefits looks kind of cool, right? But I mean, all of the tiers look really good, right? You get to, potentially have a manager card and all that stuff. I just don't know how the gameplay is going to go and how that factors in. That's the problem for me, right? I haven't laid hands on it. And so it's just hard with all the other stuff we have to buy something that I don't have a working game on.
Gotcha.
So
that is totally fair. I'm with you on that. If card leveling gets passed, does this also reflect TD, GLS, and other card games in the platform? Or every card game is?
Probably.
I think right now everything is independent.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I think that the way that they're going to be designing these other games is to have all this stuff implemented from the get-go. So let's see. TWD Frodo. See, there's a lot of new names in here. So welcome to all the people who are new to the channel. Good to see you guys here. Hoping that if the proposal does pass, that it might push forward the season-long rental. Okay, here's something that we can be salty about. This proposal, or not proposal, but this thing about season-long rentals, that's from August, right? Or July, when they talked about we're gonna nerf like the rentals and we're gonna do like a 2-day minimum. But they also said that at some point in the future, they want to have season-long rentals so people can just come in and rent for the entire season.
I think we should be given an option to rent for that long, not forced to do it.
No, not forced, but it was going to be an option where, like, if as renters or card lords, you could rent out your cards. I'm saying that they talked about that in August or end of July, and it's still not here yet.
Did you just use the term card lord?
I did. Do you like it? It's not mine. I mean, people all over the map chat call
it. I like it.
I thought it was a little like. I thought it was a little cringy at first because everybody kept saying card lord, and I was just like, all right, I know we're playing a fantasy game, but like chill for a minute, right? But then I'm like, oh wait, so somebody was just like, well, if you own land, then you're a landlord. If you own cards, you're a card lord. And I was like, oh, okay, it's literally just simple semantics. Okay, yes, I get it.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So I started using it.
Because I literally just said landlord. I don't want to be a card landlord. I just taking the land off.
We're saving syllables here.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
All right. Stay to Survival saying I'm having problems renting all my cards because of the RC requirements. I'm wondering if maybe the new marketplace would fix this. I think you just need some more RC. If you're using Rankle and that thing is a hog, uses up way too much in my opinion. But I love it. I'm using it. When they announced the proposal that chaos will be burned in 60 days to make way for rebellion in 6 to 9 months, you will see a couple million chaos packs sold. This is okay. So I put this hypothetical out there a while ago on a different stream, DJ. So I'm glad you brought it up, because I was like, if they told you that chaos packs were going to, the last day to buy chaos packs were October 31st, for example, right? They just came out and said, we will no longer be selling chaos packs. It's just gonna be October 31st. How many people here would freak out and be like, I'm going to go buy some to, one, level up my deck, or two, speculate on price? Like, Darkest Night, would you buy some?
Yes.
Your deck is already maxed out, but from an investment standpoint, would you want to be holding some packs? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd be the only one.
I mean, I would hold the packs for like an hour until I open them.
Until you open them, yeah.
Right. That's been my biggest problem. I know they're good investments. I know for a fact they're good investments, but I just can't. I would need to. Here's what I would need to do. I would need to buy packs, and then I would need to give them to someone to hold for me. Like, I never get these back for like a year.
Yeah, I know.
That would be it.
Makes it tough. Oh, sure is the new card, the new promo card for Rift Watchers. Double and Mike, good to see you here. Most people play underlevel fiends. So you'll be in the same boat. Yeah, so since I'm playing in gold, I'll need to level up my fiends to level 2, and I'll be good until I'm ready. Until I'm ready to try and make it into diamond. Give fiend more abilities at higher levels. I feel like they're already good for 0 mana. Win Rift Watcher song.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I won't dance around it anymore. Soon. I said.
Look out with land.
Yeah, after land, right? Before land. Sorry. No, actually, I sent them something I was working on yesterday. They liked it, so I guess I'll finish it now.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes. Let's see. So if you use a level 1 fiend and all the cards have you lose 7%. So I think it's pretty insignificant. I don't know. I don't like losing anything, so 7% still feels like I get like a gut punch. If there's a Time Lord, Landlord, then Card Lord makes sense. What's a Time Lord?
That's from what? What's a Time Lord? What kind of crazy question is that?
All right. Yeah, shame me. Where, I don't know. So shame me.
It's from Doctor
Who. Never watched Doctor Who. Can you believe that?
Okay, there's so much wrong now with this.
and I love sci-fi, and I've never watched Doctor Who.
Okay, then you have to watch. You gotta start from the beginning, man.
Okay. Not if most players are losing same 7%. Most people yeah. All right, so why is Elthane so expensive? 20% more than Skargor? Because she's awesome. I think it's a cheat, right?
Mylor.
Is there any meta comp that I don't know about? Yeah, I mean, it's
arrows back in your face.
It's awesome. I really like that card. I don't own any of them though because I sold all of them. Florian, so as someone who has been with the game from the start, I say it is about time that they make leveling more important. I have maxed all my cards because it was always made clear that this is the way.
You do know what that means, right?
Star Wars? Yeah.
Yes. Well, not
right.
yet. Okay, we're good. Mandalorian. Okay.
Mandalorian. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. This is the way.
This is the way.
Did he also say like I have spoken or something? This is the way.
This is the way.
Oh no, there was that other dude who said I have spoken.
Yeah.
In the Mandalorian series, he was just like a mechanic or something helping out.
Wow, I'll have to go back and now watch it. I have a reason to go back.
There you go. All right, Florian, appreciate the OG perspective here. Somebody who's been with the game from the start. Florian, if you ever want to chat, I would love to hear what the last 4.5 years have been like for you. Just seeing this game go from like cards without a game, cards without actual gameplay to where we're at now. Walking Keys in the house. He's giving you a shout out, Darkest Night.
What's going on, dude?
Are you guys keeping?
Actually, something funny. The guys from the People's Guild, they were talking about the drinks that Walking Keys had, and so we had a whole segment on what bourbon it was. I mean, you
told them what drinks you were buying, right? Or what you made?
I hope I told them right. I think it was like Angel's Envy. It's one of my favorites, right? Mm-hmm. But I think Walking Keys and I think we were really working that bartender.
Yeah.
And Virus was with us too. So yeah, it was absolutely crazy.
Good times, man. Chuni saying, are you going to keep your GLX airdrop or sell it?
I don't know.
I think initially I'm going to sell 25%. Just
Take
to,
profits.
I like ice cream money, right? I want this game. I want my gains here to be felt. So even if it's up or down, I'm just gonna sell 25%, keep the other 75, and see what happens. It will accelerate the hyperdeflation of cards, which is a key economic aspect of the game. I agree.
Yeah.
Did you just say what's the timeline? Oh,
Same reaction. Same reaction that I had.
Yeah, I know. After sound, we can't be friends until you watch Doctor Who.
Yes.
All right, guys. Looks like I'll be busy the rest of the afternoon now.
Yeah.
I want to keep my friends. Should they move Fiend ability to level 3? No, I think it's better at the highest level.
It's good where it is.
I don't even get the benefit, but I think it just makes more sense at the highest level. It'd be fun if you leak the Riftwatcher song lyrics, then have people sing it on their own tune. That'd be fun. We still need to do like a community song here.
That would be awesome, dude.
That would be fun.
That would be super cool.
All right,
we
so
are the world.
Has anybody talked to Crypto Llama recently? Because he reached out to me to like do something like that, and then I sent him a couple of instrumental tracks, and then I never heard back. So I should follow up with him because that was like weeks before Splinterfest.
Right now.
All right, so keep GLX for me. There you go, Walking Keys, Luthien. I haven't watched it either. Not a fan of medical dramas. I think he's being tongue in cheek, but if he's not, it's funny either way. What's going on? It's not a medical drama.
It's so wrong. Like really?
I love that. Oh, he said just playing. I just wanted to bump that blood pressure up a bit.
Yeah.
Dude, she got 5 kids, man. You got to be careful with that blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
Hey, Walking Keys. Dude, Keys getting all the love here. I feel like every time I talk to someone about Walking Keys, I'm just like, that man is a gem. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect example of the chill culture that we have within the community.
100%. He's saying that was an amazing drink. Best one I've ever had.
So the drink was an old fashioned. So I'm pretty sure that's the one because we were doing that. And I think I asked for a smoked old fashioned and the guy was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I said, burn this place down. Never say that in Vegas. So
never
for the record, you will be in jail. However, I think that was the drink. It was an old fashioned.
Oh, Walking Keys has never seen Doctor Who either. I don't feel terrible about it anymore.
No, he has to be pulling their legs.
Leaf in at level 1. Everyone else will be doing the same thing. It won't matter. No, I think I'm gonna go to level 2 if this goes live. It'd be funner if Doctor Who's actually a doctor. I feel like it's false advertising. I'm just saying, if he's not. When back on Discord, Walking Keys. Keys is amazing. He's one of my favorite community members, along with After Sound of Darkest Night. Aww. It was the first drink. The third was an old fashioned. FYI.
We were going in. We were so.
Darkest Night lost track. Can't wait to talk to you tonight on stream. Yeah, guys, I'll be on the Walking Keys and Gank show later tonight, so that'll be fun. That'll be my first time talking to Gank, so I'm looking forward to it. Darkest Night already thinks that I'm a Gank fanboy, so
you are. You totally are.
Darkest Night, I hung out with Walking Keys after he went to the bar with you, and he was definitely feeling it.
He was like, and another thing. I got a question for Matt.
Yeah. I've seen Doctor.
That would have been great. Drunk questions.
I mean, when are we doing drunk lore?
Whatever, man. We have to figure that out, though.
I brought my microphone there, and I never even took it out of the suitcase. But that microphone was supposed to do drunken lore with you, Luthien. We were supposed to work on a song together. Remember? And things just got out of hand.
Yep.
Let's see. What was the tequila Corona drink?
It was a Corona Sunrise. See, you don't drink, so we don't ever talk.
No, you're not telling me, but you're telling the Corona Sunrise. But
Corona
I already know what a Corona Sunrise is. Isn't that just tequila, Corona, and orange juice? Didn't you tell me this?
With a little bit of granadine. Yes,
with a little bit of granadine.
Yeah,
see, I listen. I know my drinks. I could be a bartender. I could be your sober bartender. Make sure nobody's getting free stuff.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna do drunk lore for sure. We just have to get a format and I don't know if those guys that when they do drunken history, if they're really drunk, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So, because if I go into it saying I'm really supposed to be drunk and I'm not supposed to be, that could be a mess, right? But maybe it's just acting. I don't know.
What are you just gonna read the lore drunk? Or are you gonna
No.
actually
So the
talk
way it's
about it?
supposed to go is you read the story, right? They give you the information, you
Mhm.
read it, then you start pounding stuff, and then you have to tell the story back, but without your notes or anything. It has to be all from memory.
Okay.
So you're going to get a lot of details wrong, a lot, because the
I feel like
audience
it'd be more
knows.
fun if you just make it up.
Well, that's what
See how
ends up
creative your
happening.
mind can get.
Yeah, because they'll ask you questions. Well, why did you think that,
Yeah.
Aaron Burr and, whatever, why they tell us about the Battle of Concord or whatever like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
Battle of Concord? I don't know anything about that. Right? But you have to answer the question, right?
Mhm.
So,
All right, hold up. Let's see here. So I want to make sure we clip this at some point. Virus is saying the tequila Corona drink that helped calm my nerves before the tournament.
Yeah.
So in maybe like a year or two, Virus, when you are looking for endorsement deals, being one of the top players, you might
Corona.
get Corona to sponsor
Corona.
you.
Yes. You know what?
To be like,
Absolutely.
he drinks one of these before every game, and he's the top player in
Yeah,
Splinterlands.
yeah. But you're joking about that, right?
I'm only half joking.
Yeah. Well, then there we go. Yeah.
So see, this is why it's good we're documenting everything, because
Yes.
now there's
We were
like
there.
we were there, we saw it, and Virus is talking about the stuff that helped him, and so
Yep.
Virus, when you get that Corona endorsement deal, just
Just give
remember
shout out.
Darkest Night and I.
Yeah, shout out.
Sounds great.
We were
Drunken
so
Lord.
off the rails right
Oh,
now.
we are. I mean, I don't even know what's going on anymore. What are we talking about? A game?
Yeah. We haven't talked about Splinterlands in like a minute now.
The Mega Margarita. This is. I mean, this
There we
is
go.
great.
Yeah.
What's the Mega Margarita? Is that something I should know
I'm
about?
sure Butters just made that up. So.
Oh, okay. Hi guys. I don't know you or any other player in person, but within Splinterlands, I really feel like I'm a part of something that's very cool. I agree. I agree 100%. This feels like just this fun club of people who are all of like same or similar mindsets. So I appreciate all of you.
Yeah, I feel. I mean, he's exactly right. I feel it, especially after meeting everybody. You heard about what happened with Aga Prime, right? I think we talked about that.
Oh yeah, go ahead and bring that one up.
His missed a flight. The very little sympathy from the airlines. They were like, screw you.
And you had to get back for work or something, right?
Yeah, and the community really came through and helped him out, right? And people are still sending stuff, right? So that's crazy. I mean, I can't think of any other community that would have come out like that. I mean, I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah,
I've never been.
it's a testament to like the Splinterlands community. I mean, this is somebody that people just met, and it's like, like you're in a bind, so let's help you.
Yep.
So very cool.
I have to get ready to wrap in just a little bit.
Okay, cool. How long have we been live for? Hour and a half. I can stay on a little bit longer. Do you need to head out now or?
Oh no, not right now. Just maybe another 10 minutes.
Okay, just let me know. So Yuki saying, is it possible for you to make a longer version of the Protector song? What's the Protector song? Oh, is that the Kiara song? They renamed everything. So I said they asked what lore stuff I would put in. So I think that's the Kiara song. That's a fun one. I like that one.
Yeah. But they're all good. But to Yuki's point, right? They're not long enough. We need full length version.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. You just gotta convince Nate to. I mean, I'll do it for fun, right? But I don't know if I
have Nate's card right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Tell Nate to order it. Put it on the menu. No, I mean, I'll do it for fun. This Rift Watchers track I worked on was for fun, and like I'm at a place with the creative team where it's like, I told them like, you know what, I love just doing Splinterlands related content, so I'm gonna make a bunch of stuff probably over whatever time frame, and if you guys want to use it, then we can figure out a way to use it. If you don't want to use it, then I'll just release it under my own name, right?
Yeah.
Or upcoming debut artist, my Rooney.
Oh, dude, I am so excited for Rooney's.
Mm-hmm.
5 days, man. We're all the hype. It's all gonna come crystallized.
Yeah.
So,
The People's Guild podcast guys were asking me what I was planning to do with my Rooney, and I was like, I told them I was like, when I was first here, like a year ago, people were like, "Oh, like you're a musician, you should do something song related." They're like, "You should make a pokey rap," right? And so I'm like, okay, that's a little cheesy. I'm not going to do that under like the Aftersound banner. But you know who could release a pokey rap or a splinter rap, whatever you want to call it?
I have no idea. I'm not doing that.
My Rooney.
So
see, my Rooney can do all this kind of cheesy stuff that isn't me.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'll be lurking like a coral lurker. Let's go. Walking key.
Not like a coral lurker. That means
he'll just be dodging everything. All right, Keys. Good to chat with you. What's up, Jedi Sky Knight? On another note, remember when I said I was thinking about doing an SPL cookbook in another live stream? Yeah, you got to do it. Otherwise, I'm going to beat you to it eventually. I think I want to go ahead. Splinter food for the meta. There you go. I just want to do a video where I eat Furious Chicken.
There we go. We've talked about that. Comes up every now and then.
We've talked about it. I just haven't done it yet. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just gonna get like chicken and then douse it in hot sauce, and then eat it live for you guys without any water.
You're gonna eat a live chicken? That's crazy.
Yes, live chicken. No, that'll have to be in the Philippines.
Here we go.
I've got to make some lunch for my kiddos. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Luthien, have fun. It was always good chatting with you. Drunk history is the best TV concept ever. All right, so drunk lore is going to be good then too. Who's taking Jaeger bombs to grab that deal?
There we go.
I mean, you got to do it, right? Like if they're going to pay you, then it doesn't matter whether you win or lose the turn. Actually, no, it'll still matter. But did you guys start drunk Splinterlands early?
We did. How did you know? No, we didn't.
Protector is the Kiara song. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll write the rest of it at some point. Now that I know people want it, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Not to take away from your writing skills in the least bit, but a crowdsourced SPL song writing stream would be amazing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
your area of expertise, so I just want to show up and help.
Yeah, it's gonna be so raw and so crazy, but it'll be fun. Did you secretly tell Nate to add microphones as a Rooney weapon? No, I did not. That would have been fantastic, though. I wouldn't care about the pickle if there was a microphone there.
Yeah.
Or like a guitar.
I want my flaming sword, man. That thing looks awesome.
I agree. Wow, we've caught up with the chat. This is crazy. I mean, maybe I've accomplished my life goals now. I should just end the stream too.
So we've talked about just about everything we talked about, right? So we talked about Rooney's. We talked about Lux Vega. We're always going to talk about her for sure.
Yeah, talked about Rooney's, Lux Vega. We talked about Proposal.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the Splinter?
Oh, so what time is your stream tonight?
Actually, I don't know. Walking Keys. What time am I supposed to be there? I don't know what the deal is. I just put it into my calendar for like this evening, but there's not a specific time.
Yeah, I want to make. Oh, she said 10 p.m. So is that Eastern? Central?
I think
there we go. All right, so I should be able to make that. So
9 p.m. my time
tonight. So I'll definitely be on listening for sure. So I'll heckle you guys from the chat.
From the gym, you said?
From the chat.
Oh, from the chat. Oh, okay. I was like, you went to the gym already. You're gonna go again at 10 p.m.
So, well, that was yesterday, man. Today I went for a run this morning. Now,
oh, you went for a run? Okay. Yeah, I think I should probably go hit the gym or do something. I got all this like Splinterfest and birthday weekend extra pounds I gotta shed now.
Yeah.
So, can I get a feature on the rap?
Hell yeah.
Wait, as in like you want to rap as well, or you want me to give you a shout out, Walking Keys?
That would be awesome if he were to do a rap on Splinterland.
Right. So Splinterland players are going to leave for Genesis.
Get Waka Flocka.
Dude, if we get Waka Flocka to sing on a Splinterlands rap, that'll be more than what he did for Waka's Perfect.
Yeah, so he doesn't rap anymore. He hasn't rapped for 10 years. He's all into crypto though, so he might do.
Yeah, but he'll do a crypto rap.
Oh, maybe. But right. I have a guy so there's a guy on the XRP. His name is XRP Chiz. Some of the best crypto music I have ever heard. And so when we were going through the bull run, I would blast it all over the house. It is amazing. So it's on Spotify. XRP Chiz, CHIZ. Excellent music for crypto. And I can't find it anywhere else, right? So like,
Hmm.
it's the only artist I know that does music like that, and it's just all crypto. It's fantastic.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Splinter's players are gonna leave for Genesis. I don't think
No,
so.
no, not even
A lot
close.
of people aren't even in like a lot of like OG Splinter Fest Splinterlands Wales aren't even bothering with Genesis League. Genesis League is going to be its own thing, and it's going to take a while for it to grow, right? I like, let's be honest, it may not pop until the next bull run, right?
Yeah,
Because you need the masses of people to come in and actually explore it. So to me, it's not financial advice. I'm not saying that like you should go and dump in a bunch of money, but I do plan on getting some packs and playing because I think it's going to be a slow and steady grind for it.
yeah. I think maybe during the World Cup, right? World Cup, like big events. I have a lot of friends that are like super big
Mm-hmm.
into football, right?
Yeah.
And they're glued to it, and they do, fantasy, soccer, fantasy football.
Yeah.
And I think for those people, it's going to be awesome, right?
Yeah. Is that your timer to go?
Kind of,
That's your cue.
kind of.
I'm not trying to
Um,
keep you out.
yeah.
Hit the gym. Must be leg day. You're not excited. I just haven't been in a good like workout groove for a while, but that's due to some
Yeah, my
health and injury
plan.
issues.
Most people start working out in January for the
There you go.
their resolution.
New Year's resolution. Yeah.
My thing is I want to be done, back in shape by January, right? So when everyone else is starting, I'm already done, and then I go into the winter, working out real hard. Springtime, done. So
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to offset whatever's coming with Thanksgiving and
oh yeah, you gotta get
Christmas.
Yeah.
I go hard in the paint. Let's go, James. You can get other YouTubers involved in the rap. That'd be so nice to watch, like a music video.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, we could get the other YouTubers involved, or we could just like write it here.
And
we could do two
Gold
versions.
Matters kind of makes videos, right?
Mhm.
Like he does like kind of music videos around Splinterlands. He could be, I think, he could be the producer, right? Because
Yeah, we can definitely have some fun with it. Should we like? You know what? The thing is, we're gonna keep talking about this, and it's never gonna happen.
Just have to do it. Just have to do it.
So I wonder if like one of the streams. Do you want to be on when we write it?
Of course. Yeah. I'm not good at that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not good at it either, but we'll figure it out. So, I just feel like we should set a date for it.
Christmas 2022. Just get it done by Christmas.
No, okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, we should set one of the live streams to be like, okay, this live stream, we're gonna like, I'm either gonna produce an instrumental, or I'll see if I can procure one, and then we'll just start writing to it.
That's a great idea. That is a great idea. So we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because otherwise, like everything else, we're gonna keep talking about it and be like, oh, that's a good idea. We'll get to it eventually. So
well, why don't you do this? Why don't you tonight, when you're on with Gank and Walking Keys, say, hey, we had this idea. Would you guys be in? Just start signing people up, right?
Just start putting people in. I don't even know what it's gonna look like yet. So, but I kind of wanna. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna look like yet, but we'll have fun with it.
Yeah.
Most Splinterlands original players don't play sports games.
Oh,
I don't
this
think
is
so.
Keys. Got it. Okay, I see it.
I don't even know how to buy Genesis packs. You just go to the website. You can use Hive or PayPal. They're for sale in their site. I'm not worried about Splinterlands derivative games. I'm concerned with them changing the reward system constantly, like they have over last year, and we lose mass
I
adoption.
have the same concern. Exact same concern. Too much changes too fast.
I think that this is the best time to do all these changes. My understanding is like, and let me just say this as a speculation, not that I think the team is like actively talking about this or consciously doing it. I feel like the way that they're viewing it is the game isn't ready for mass adoption because the game economy still needs to be fixed. The incentives need to be properly aligned. And that's kind of what this time in the bear market has been for, right? This past year. So again, I don't think Splinterlands is going to pop off in the same way that it did last year until we get another bull run. And I don't think we're going to get another bull run until Bitcoin halving happens. So I'm willing to, this past year has still been fun playing the game. And I don't mind like waiting, the bear market out for another year and a half.
It will be good for us, right? For people that want to accumulate. So yeah, I'm good with that. During the last bull run, when I saw the prices, looming for everything, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was it. I missed my opportunity. I never thought we would be back here. And I'll be honest, but I feel kind of lucky that we are.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I agree.
because these assets right now could be way out of reach for everybody, and they're not. So,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. All right. So this is Keys on phone. He wants to rap. I'm a 3-time international text topical champion.
what?
I don't know what that is, but that sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome. Exactly. That'll be part of the rap.
Yeah.
Right?
The KYC sucks for Genesis though. You don't need to KYC. You can just pay with Hive.
Yeah, it's only if you want to use PayPal.
You only have to KYC if you're going to use PayPal. Ask Ashley to do a verse in Japanese.
What?
Oh man, look at that. We going international. Let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Keys, you can't even wrap a present. Nice wordplay. Oh, look at that. We got our first diss track lined up afterwards. Yeah. Send me a beat so I can start writing. Oh, he's like serious. Okay, well, Butters wants a few bars.
Yeah, this is happening. This is now happening.
I'm smooth like butter. All right, what if we just do something where like everybody
Okay, this is good.
Everybody's just gonna get 4 bars or 8 bars or something like that. We just have this long running thing.
Yeah.
I actually have no idea. Sounds good. Let's do it. Sounds like Rick's game all day. Ashley says she doesn't rap. All right, I think she just needs a little encouragement, guys, and a little peer pressure and social pressure. So we need Ashley doing something in Japanese.
Yeah.
Ashley singing the hook. Let's go.
Hey, there it is.
Rooney music video.
Rooney music. There we go. We can get our Rooney.
My goal is to make my Rooney more famous than me. So it's not gonna be that hard, but I want to do some fun stuff with the Rooney.
All right, I do have to go, dude. This is a problem, right? We always have so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to break off, so we end up talking for 3 hours.
I mean, what are we even talking about right now? We haven't talked about the Splinterlands game in about 40 minutes. So this is what it is, man. We just get on here and have fun.
Yeah. Well, we are kind of. We're talking about making a Splinterlands video, right? So,
yeah, I guess. But it has nothing to do with the game. But I love it, man. Everybody's in on it. All right, you got to run?
Yeah, I do. All right, guys. Have fun.
No. We'll say bye to characters tonight first.
Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks, man. We'll have fun. See ya. All right. I don't like my face taking up the entire thing, so you're gonna see my screen. Oh, I got some stuff. Oh, I need to check. I'm sorry, guys. For everybody who's been delegating to the Aftersound YT account, thank you so much. I think the bot has stopped playing because I have not figured out how to set up the payments for Archmage, so I need to go do that. Is it easy? Has anybody done that for their Archmage accounts? I hope it's not difficult, because if it is, then I'll need help. Everybody's saying bye to Darkest Night. Flip floppers. Wait, hold on. James came in with some Rift Watchers, Snitch Watchers, Dishwashers. I love it. Dishwashers. I don't want to embarrass myself trying to come up with rhymes right now. We'll see how it goes. But if you're familiar with the PokeRap, we could do something as cheesy as that, or we could actually make it fun. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Did I win anything good? All right. We'll take a couple more comments here. So Alex is saying it's easy. Just go in there and drop the EC in your wallet, and it will automatically take it out of it. Oh, okay, cool. That sounds like a plan. I love the PokeRap. I could wrap that. Oh, all right. We got Ashley in already. Yes, it's easy. Just click and giving authorization. Do that. Do I do that? Hold up. Can I do that? You guys can see my screen, right? So. I don't know what to do with this account now. My friend doesn't play anymore. So I have this like extra account. Maybe I'll bot that one too. But there's no cards in it. All right, so Aftersound YT is the Archmage configuration. I should ban starter cards. Okay, people are saying Archmage site is easier. So I have never been to the Archmage site, so I'll do that. I'll stream, I guess. State of survival. Moving forward, what does Splinterlands 2023 look like? Your opinion? All right. Well, it's hard to just focus on Splinterlands. I am a, you know me, you know this channel. I don't shill hopium, so I'm actually still very bearish on 2023. I don't think we're gonna get. We might get a small like bear market rally, but I think it'll end up crashing harder than where people are expecting. And so we might get some kind of movement. Bitcoin maybe jumps a little, Ethereum jumps a little. We see some movement within Splinterlands, but I just don't see. I don't see the major market issues being resolved yet. It's just what it comes down to. There's still supply chain issues. Inflation is still incredibly hot. And the Fed has made no indication that they're going to pivot and slow down the rising of interest rates. So I thought that that might happen now for the election, but the election's in a couple of weeks here in the US, and we didn't get any indication of that. So I actually think that, I don't know. I just think 2023 is going to be a rough, at least like the first 6 months of 2023, I think are still going to be pretty down. And so what does Splinterlands in 2023 look like based on that context? I think the team continues to build and deliver. I do hope that we get both tower defense as well as land within the first 6 months of next year, but I'm not optimistic on land anymore. We've just seen too many delays. And the fact that we were supposed to get land phase 0 in Q2, land phase 1 in Q3, and we have not gotten land phase 1 yet. And they're still talking about how they're hoping they get it out by the end of the year. Doesn't make me confident that they will get it out by the end of the year, but let's say they do get it out sometime in December. Well, their timeline was that land phase 2, which is like functional land, will happen roughly 6 months after land phase 1. So if we're optimistic about that and we don't get land until November, December, we probably don't see phase 2 of land until late Q2 of next year. So like the first 6 months. But again, with everything happening, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually gets moved, which would suck. But just being honest with you guys. Tower defense, I'm excited about. I think that could breathe some new life into the ecosystem, especially if it's done well and the first, MVP or minimum viable product is actually enjoyable. I think that could bring in a new audience, but once again, we are in a bear market and will continue to be in a bear market. So people are not going to be rushing into crypto games because even a game like that is going to have, difficulty acquiring new players. Like a lot of it is going to be Splinterlands audience first. And the cool thing is that I'm big on word of mouth marketing, right? So I like the idea of tower defense as a means of bringing in new people to the ecosystem, not because the game itself will be like awesome and amazing, but it will just be something that we can talk about to friends who are crypto curious, NFT gaming curious, but aren't necessarily into trading card games. But tower defense is more arcade-ish. I think it would be much more entertaining to play. I think it'd be more entertaining to watch and to stream. So I think that there is an element that could allow for it to be, to grow on its own. And then GLS, like I said earlier, I don't think anything's happening until the next bull run. And I don't know when that starts, but my cautiously optimistic perspective is that we don't get the bull run until 6 to 12 months after the Bitcoin halving, which is slated now, I think, for April or May of 2024, right? So it's like 18 months away from the halving. So I can see crypto being in a depressed and depressing state for the next 18 months. And then people start to feel things, are picking up. Now, hopefully in that 18 months, the rest of the economy and world governments and whatever can get their shit together, right? And be able to slow down inflation and all this stuff. But it's going to be a long, slow grind. The great thing is that Splinterlands continues to build, and I think more partnerships will be announced. I think they're going to do more esports stuff. Hopefully there'll be more in-person events in 2023. So the community as it stands right now will grow small, but slow and steady. And there will be opportunities to really take advantage of the fact that you're here, right? Like right now. And I think a lot of it will be more for retaining the current player base rather than bringing people in. And it's like when the market does start to pick up and you get people that irrationally just want to throw money at every project out there, they're going to look around and see what, see that Splinterlands has been around for 5-6 years at that point and has a solid player base, has worked through a lot of the economy issues within the game, and has started doing these live in-person meetups. So I said this, I'll say this here too, but I said it on the People's Guild podcast. So shout out to those guys, B Jangles and the People's Guild podcast for all the cool work that they do. But I told them yesterday that my hot take is that Splinterfest, like the benefits that the community sees from Splinterfest have not even been felt yet. And what I mean by that is, if you were there, then you understand. But if you weren't there, you'll understand too that it wasn't perfect, but there were a lot of really great moments. And if you can get someone from the creative team or a good video editor to like come in, splice that stuff and really make an eye-popping like trailer, not even trailer, but just like highlights. Think of it as like highlights. Just imagine when that ad is running during a crypto bull market and people are looking at all these different games and being like, okay, I've heard of this one. People are talking about this one. Oh, Splinterlands. Oh, shoot. They've been around for 5-6 years now. That's crazy. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this a video of like a live tournament that they did? What? They gave away like thousands of dollars in prizes? Like, wait, what's going on here? So all of a sudden, Splinterlands is going to stand out from the crowd, right? You're going to have a lot of new projects that are coming in, but they don't have the depth of player base. That they don't have the history. They don't have like the people that are vouching for it, and they don't have the video content to show that like there is a real community here of people that are willing to participate in these live events. So that's what I feel is going to be the biggest benefit from Splinterfest, and we're not going to see that for another 18 to 24 months. All right, let me get off of my soapbox now. Yeah, it's easy. Okay, so let me catch up here. We'll take a couple more. Splex, a new thing? No, it's been around for a bit, but not everybody's aware of it yet. Any new updates with Splex? I am not sure. I'm having trouble keeping up with all the updates across all these different projects. Sabro, Q4 2020 is probably start of the bear ending. Bull come in 2025. That's my timeline too, right? Because the bull market tends to peak somewhere around 12 to 15 months after the Bitcoin halving, right? Traditionally, that's what it's been, and 2021 was no different. Bitcoin halving happened in May. Things started to pick up by the end of the year. So like 6-7 months later, all of a sudden we crossed the old all-time high, right? I think we actually got above 20,000 either in December or early January. And then in May, we hit a new all-time high, and then in November, we hit a new all-time high. And if you look at those, that's exactly 12 in like 18 months-ish, right? And all of last year, even with the big crash, the China FUD, the Elon Musk tweet, all of that, like there was still a lot of bullish sentiment despite the fact that things went down. And it wasn't until the Fed pivoted and the macro changed that we saw, a very different outcome from the rest of the market. And it's not just crypto, guys. Like the rest of the market is on fire. And if you're only paying attention to crypto, like there's a lot of crazy things happening. So it's not just crypto that's down. Like some of these like foreign exchanges, some of these like blue chip stocks are looking like crypto charts right now, which is crazy. So I'm bullish for 2025. I keep telling people 2024 because I think many people will start to front run the bull run as soon as we get close to the Bitcoin halving, and that could start to lead to earlier momentum. But we'll see how that ends up playing out. But guys, I gotta run. This was awesome as usual. I'm glad we could finally get back to it. I will be live back here on Sunday morning. And I know that I'm like so behind on content. I still want to do 5 biggest takeaways from the town halls and some other stuff. But other than that, I hope you guys are doing well. It's so nice to finally chat with you again after like a couple of weeks away. But yeah, I hope people are genuinely doing well. For those in the US, actually it's not in the US. For those around the world, have a great weekend. In the US specifically, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything this weekend. I was gonna say happy Halloween, but that's like a week away. Tower Defense will hopefully suck up a lot of DEC vouchers. Yeah, hopefully. I'm bullish on Tower Defense, but not from like an investment standpoint. I want to play the game, and I have I am bullish on the Splinterlands team delivering a solid gaming experience, both for tower defense and for vouchers, and then even land out in the far out future. But they're not going to get it right away. It's not going to be perfect, but I still enjoy playing Splinterlands a year plus later, right? Splinterlands, the card game. And for the most part, I have agreed with a lot of stuff they've done from a game perspective. I haven't really liked what they've done from an investment side, but I'm living with it and I'm pivoting and adapting. But from a game perspective, they haven't really added much, right? Like Luke Plays to Earn was spot on in that analysis. The gameplay, there's no new rule sets for the past year. There's some new cards, rewards cards and card sets, but we want more, right? And we're getting it. So I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy here, but we are getting it. I think Ghost Card tournaments are going to be great. I think, hopefully some new rule sets will be fantastic, and we'll just see how things evolve. Buy some SHIB. I still have some. I don't know what it's doing right now, but it's just sitting in my wallet. See you next time. Later after time. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Virus. It's good to see you guys. All right. Yes. So I will be. I guess I'll be. It's gonna be a double trouble today. So I'll be live with Gank and Walking Keys later tonight. So that's gonna be a good one. So buy 5 biggest takeaways from Splinterfest. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Okay. If I can think of something good for that, then I'll make it. I don't want to just make content to make content. But if I can come up with something, actually, I'm already thinking of ideas. So yeah, I mean, what I just shared with you is probably like the biggest one, right? Just video footage of a live in-person event. So maybe we'll see. Always appreciate your streams, and I'll send you the cookbook when it's done. Let's go, dude. If you make a cookbook, you're coming on the show. I will not take no for an answer. You're gonna come on the show, and we're gonna promote the hell out of it here. Any Decrops news? They just launched the workshop today, but I'm really not doing anything with beta right now, Mitchell. So I'll keep you updated. Right now, I'm just focusing on getting my reward chests and stacking as much crop power as I can, and then reinvesting all of that back into the game. So hopefully Decrops, Woo. I think those are the 2 games that I'm playing most. But hopefully those end up like popping off during the next bull run. I don't feel a need to take any value out of there because I haven't really invested much into them. So I don't mind just continuing to accumulate assets in those games for the time being. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch up with you all soon. And like I said, I'll be live tonight with Gank and Walking Keys, and on Sunday morning, probably with Darkest Night. I don't know. I mean, sometimes he just surprises me with these weekday ones, but he's usually been here on the weekends. And maybe, I don't know. We'll see on the music side of things if I'm able to like either get an instrumental or work on something. Then maybe we'll turn Sunday into a music stream, community song stream. And I'll tell you what, I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but if we make something and it actually is fire, I wonder what Nate would say about it. I'm not trying to get anybody's hopes up, and the legal complications of like doing something from a community standpoint would be interesting. But I don't know. Nate loves like when people take initiative. So if we come up with something cool, I think it could be fun to pass it along to the team. All right, that's all I got. Take care, everybody. Peace.